Hey guys, Clownwolf here, and I'm back today, and this video I'm going to be kind of going over my Dungeon Defender arcade minigame, and that I recently posted, uh, and I'll be kind of explaining some cool little facts about it, and playing it, and trying to beat it, which I probably won't. It's very hard. But anyway, let's get started. So first, this is my Dungeon Defender minigame, and I built it because RS Malik posted a challenge where you're supposed to make a arcade in a arcade cabinet case shaped similar to what this is. His example was only one banner, but I used two. Uh, he didn't want that large of banners, so two was probably the max that he'll accept. Uh, so another parameter is that it has to be a banner, and it has to use banners only with buttons as well. So I kind of broke those boundaries a little bit because I used signs to display the health, but I don't know how I would have been able to do that on banners. So it started off with a simple concept where I thought, let's build a machine where you're going to fight an enemy, and it'll change effects. So it started looking like this. I made your little character, and excuse me, took I made all these different things which represent a shield, blocking, healing is a plus, taking when you take damage, and when you die. And then I did that for another mob, and I made those for all the mobs pretty much. I made all the banners first. Uh, we have these ones. We have the player, the ent, the ghost, the wither, the death, and ender dragon. So then I started making the commands, and it ended up being crazy with like 213 commands because I didn't realize it'd be so crazy because there's all these different banners, and for each effect, like each banner has to be coded in with one command block each, and each battle has to be special coded as well, and the mob choices has to be different. It's kind of crazy. And I also added particle effects and sound effects, so that added definitely a ton because that takes that the fact that there's about one, two, three, four, five different enemies, so they have different attacks for each one. So that's five different attacks. There's five different particles, five different everything. It's kind of crazy. Five different death sounds. Anyway, so we're going to get into the actual game. So what you're going to do to spawn it, you just put in there's three command blocks, three one commands. That's these three, and the third one, and you can stack them to make them close. It shows in my video how you can get them like as close to each other as possible. So then you're gonna get from it, you just right click assign, it'll give you your Dungeon Defender Arcade, Dungeon Defender Arcade Deleter. So you place your arcade down, and it'll build the arcade like so, with the arcade spawn egg in the bottom left corner, and it goes back 3 blocks, and it's 4 blocks wide. So it's 4 by 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So then we have a little coin slot machine down here. So I mean, I guess if you want to make a map where you have a arcade, you would make the gold ingots the arcade machine currency for probably all your arcade machines. I could change it to a gold nugget if you plan on using this in your map. Just private message or leave a comment, and I'll just tell you exactly what to do. Uh, but yeah, so you just drop the item right there, and it'll take it away from you, and it starts the game. So these signs changed, obviously, and it says your stats HP 100, win 0, enemy stats HP 50, level 0, 1. And then I also used a armor stand with a name here to tell you what the creature is if you can't tell. So this is a treant, and you have three things that you can do: attack minus 15 HP to monster, block, take 0 damage from monster, and heal, which is 10 HP. It'll give you 10 HP. So with this guy, you kind of want to like just attack him over and over. So if you listen real close, the you can hear the blocking sound right now, just like that. That's a shield block sound. And also I added this swish particle effect, and I did that for him as well, just like so. And he keeps blocking, but as you can see, something random will happen, and when he takes damage, he has the blood go down. And when he heals, he'll have the little heal sound effect. So when you heal 10 HP and take 15 damage, it's actually bad because you lose 5 health. So you don't want to heal you want to heal when they're blocking. That's the best time to heal. And as it is, this is completely random what he chooses. So if he picks the same thing a lot in a row, that is probably just because of random chance. There is a little bit of not randomness to it, as to say, because it uses a scoreboard, because everything in this entire build is scoreboard based. It uses a scoreboard to detect the randomness. The scoreboard is just adding really fast, and then when it gets to a certain number, it'll pick what to do. And the randomness is how many ticks you take to move and pick your turn. Anyway, so yeah, so here's the next guy, and you can just keep attacking him too. You should be good enough to beat him. And there, if you did notice, when I attacked, if I click it too quick, like that, nothing will happen, because it doesn't work until the complete battle attack is carried out. So as you can see also, I'm starting to get ahead in health, even though he had the same amount of health as me. That's because he's healing when I'm attacking. There we go. Okay, so anyway, what I thought was kind of interesting about this whole mechanic itself, the whole build, was that it all runs off of just scoreboards that the player has. So his health is my scoreboard, my health is my scoreboard, my attack is my scoreboard, defense, heal, everything is my scoreboards. I did so because on a sign, when you're doing sign data, you can't put a entity other than the player's sign data up there. So if I made the enemy score one of the armor stand scoreboard, there's 5 armor stands here. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 2 more. Oh, 4, 5 at the panels. Anyway, so if I made it the enemy scoreboard, if I made the score the enemy score, the scoreboard, it won't show up on the sign. I don't know why. Could be a thing with 1.9. Tends to happen a lot. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, and also to make it kind of work, I used armor stands at the panels themselves, so you're executing at those armor stands, and armor stands at the boards up there. Executed those armor stands. That's kind of how it becomes multiplayer friendly. And then also there's like how this works is it just uses a scoreboard as a timer, and it counts down on the scoreboard in 20 ticks a second, because it uses that. And if I want something to last X amount of seconds, I just do 20 times how many seconds I want it to last. So the blocking animation lasts 1 second, because it's 20 on the scoreboard. And the heal animation only lasts like a split second, so it only shows up a little bit. And another thing would be the attack. The attack is 3 different banners, so you just make the 3 banners and make it update the banners. Just make sure that what happens on the banners is as little to different as possible, so it looks smooth. The scoreboards, if you want to make one of these maps, these kind of builds of your own, the commands and everything to make it are all dependent on your game. If you're making a little dodging with like a car minigame, I was thinking of making one of those. You're going to need to do completely different scoreboards, completely different things. It's kind of complex, because somebody asked me, like, how can I make one? Well, someone asked on a YouTube video, like, how can I make one? Because some people aren't like as good at command blocks, or are kind of new to command blocks. So I like to try and help people, say on forums or comments. But with this, you can't really help anyone because it's all depending on your build. So if you have like a build idea that you had for a arcade machine that you want to make, I would be happy to kind of help guide you through the different commands that you're going to need. There is some limitations to this. You can't make a game that's really complex, like say like that game where you have to defend. I'm really blanking out right now. In the game where you have to shoot the little it's Alien Invaders. Anyway, but with that game, there's too many little things going on for you to use it in a banner. So that game is not possible unless you use multiple banners. Yeah, but you just have to get creative and just think of good ideas that take virtually like not as much space on a banner to make. So that's why I kind of did 2 banners, And I kind of thought of this because I thought, well, you have a character and an enemy character, and they don't have, and so that doesn't have to do too much manipulation of the banner itself. So that's just kind of what I wanted to go over today. I just wanted to kind of talk about it. I won't be making a video for a little bit here because I may do some concept videos, but I won't be making any major videos for a little bit here. I have a new map coming out probably by Sunday, end of this weekend, and there's a lot of bugs in it. I'm just fixing it, and there is also I also have some concepts that I want to show off from that as well. I already showed off one of them, and I'll be showing off some more. They're really cool. They're really useful for map making, so look forward to those in the very near future, probably tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.